Hi, this is Richard from the smartthermostatshop.co.uk. We hope you enjoy our step-by-step OpenTherm installation guide. Before accessing the boiler wiring terminals, isolate the power supply for the boiler and heating system. Correctly identify the OpenTherm wiring terminals on the boiler. These are identified by the OpenTherm symbol. Fit the thermostat wires to the OpenTherm terminals on the boiler and secure them into place. In this video, we are wiring an OpenTherm RF receiver. These receivers have a 230 volt main supply opposite to the OpenTherm terminals. Identify the correct terminals for the OpenTherm wires and fit them securely to the RF receiver. When you are happy all the wiring is correct, reassemble the receiver and the boiler ready to test. Replace the boiler fuse and turn on the boiler. To test the boiler's OpenTherm demand response is correct, set the thermostat 2 degrees higher than the actual room temperature. The receiver will get full heating demand and the boiler will fire at its maximum set point. To test the boiler is modulating correctly, set the thermostat to the actual room temperature. Once set, you should see the boiler modulate its flow temperature lower than the maximum set point. The burner might turn off, but the pump should remain running. So let's talk about OpenTherm testing. The most basic test available to check the OpenTherm connection is working is to remove the 2 extra low voltage OpenTherm wires from the thermostat's OpenTherm terminals and touch them together. After approximately 10 seconds, this will enable a full heating demand at the boiler and proves the boiler is operating correctly. A more advanced way to view the OpenTherm data is using an OpenTherm gateway. To fit the OpenTherm gateway, disconnect the power supply. Remove the OpenTherm thermostat wires from the boiler OpenTherm terminals. Fit the thermostat wires into the OpenTherm gateway's terminals labelled STAT. Next, fit the OpenTherm gateway's wires labelled boiler into the boiler's OpenTherm terminals. Ensure the OpenTherm Gateway's power supply is turned on before turning the boiler back on. The boiler should now operate as normal. Connect the OpenTherm Gateway's USB connector to your PC or laptop and access the OpenTherm Monitor software. The first thing to do is ensure the correct serial port is selected. Choose the correct comms port and click Connect. Once this has been completed, you should see a green connection symbol at the bottom right corner of the screen, and the data at the top of the screen will begin to populate. If you click on the Log tab, you will see a data stream flowing with the time and then messages beginning with the letters B or T. B is the data sent from the boiler and T is the thermostat data. After a period of time, the OpenTherm data is graphed out to give you an idea of what is occurring within the OpenTherm system. Let's have a closer look at the data from our OpenTherm thermostat and boiler. If we scroll down slightly, you can see a purple line. This is the actual room temperature, and a blue line above this is the thermostat set point. The thermostat is set to 18 degrees Celsius. The actual room temperature at this point is 16 degrees Celsius. As we go forwards in time, you can see the actual room temperature gets closer to the set point, and as it does, the boiler flow temperature is reduced or load compensated to match. The thermostat set point is further changed to 21.5 degrees Celsius, and this is significantly higher than the existing thermostat temperature set point. This results in the thermostat changing the control set point to maximum. The boiler flow temperature, and therefore the boiler output, is increased to meet the required demand. The relative modulation level of the burner output is also automatically adjusted by the boiler to match the flow temperature the control set point has set. In this case, the boiler has been told to target 55 degrees Celsius, and the burner output is correctly adjusted for the boiler to match the required flow temperature. Load compensation has a big part to play in modern condensing boilers, and OpenTherm allows the boiler and controls to communicate with each other. This results in perfectly accurate control of the boiler flow temperature. Thank you for watching our OpenTherm video. If you are interested in further training on OpenTherm modulation controls and boilers, please contact info@thesmartthermostatshop.co.uk.